Hey there, Mr. Bill. You know who it is. That was just me trying to work up an arrangement of T-Bone Walker's T-Bone Jumps Again. And not doing a great version, but I'll eventually get there. So, I've been promising you an at least two-part video on finger exercises and modes. Now, that might sound a little scary. Don't let it be, because it's not. I never really recommend practicing scales and modes for the sake of practicing scales and modes. The two things that you will get from those is more dexterity, and they will improve your hearing. You'll be able to hear what is what and where it goes. And I might even do a third video, I'll leave that up to you, on some basic theory that might make those understandable. I'm going to try to base everything, well, I'm going to base the finger exercises, I'm going to base them off of F. Alright? Just because it's a good place to start, what I will want you to do is work your way up and down the neck. Alright? Try different exercises. We're going to start it out simple, and I will let you progress how you want to progress, if that makes sense. Okay? Mind the kind of noisy guitar, cheap single coil pickup, they get a little hummy. Alright? But I love this guitar. Best $170 I ever spent. Maybe. Anyway, we'll start with finger exercises. And as I have barely played guitar for a month, I know I need them as much as anybody else. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a pick on this. You know what I mean? I normally play finger style. But for this, I will use a pick. You don't have to. If you want to, you can. If not, up to you. This is also good for picking exercise if you do choose to use a pick. And I will be picking down, up, 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 down, up. That's it. If you have a metronome, I would recommend doing these to a metronome. That will help build your timing as well. Okay? Again, do it how you want. Alright? You know what you want to sound like playing guitar. I know that I would like to sound better than I currently do, but I work with what I got. That's all any of us can really do, is work with what we got. Right? Alright, so finger exercises. We're going to start down here, low E string, first fret. That's an F. Alright? Slowly, I'm going to go first, second, third, fourth. Alright? That's all we're going to do there. But we're going to do that across the fingerboard. This finger will always play this fret. 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 No jumping around. We're going to build up some strength, especially in these two fingers. These two are usually pretty good. These are the ones, especially that pinky, that usually need some boosting. Alright? So, slowly. Alright? Pretty simple, huh? Now we're going to go backwards. thing, but just going backwards. Now, if you want to try to keep your fingers anchored as you do it, that's great. You don't have to do it starting out. Eventually work up to keeping your fingers anchored once you put them down. I'll show you. Let me start that over. Then back down. Now I would suggest that you do that all the way up the neck. You get the idea. And try to go all the way up as far as you can, really. I mean, since this has no cutaways, I can make it up and comfortably just shy of an octave. But go where you want. If you just want to go up a few, good. All right. Remember, this is you. You're playing for you. You know how you want to sound. You know what it is you want to do. But once you learn these, you're going to have them. And you can do whatever you want with them. Okay? One thing that I like to do with finger exercises is I like to alternate them. Okay? So on this one, we can go. See what I did? This one I went up, this one I went down. This one I went up, this one I went down. Back and forth. Don't try to do those right off the bat. Start them straight first, and then as you build up the strength and dexterity, then start getting crazy with it. Excuse me if I jumped ahead a little too fast. Okay? The next one is very similar, but we're going to leave out a fret. Not to be rude, this is probably your strongest finger. Okay? You will notice that when you play chords, that's probably one of your stronger fingers. So, we already know that one's strong. We're going to build up strength, we're going to build up dexterity. So again, starting on the F, we're going to go 1, 3, 3rd fret, 4th fret. Okay? Okay? And then again, up the neck. When you really start building up strength, I'm going to say go up the neck and back down. That's really going to work out probably best for you. But remember, you got to crawl before you can walk. You got to walk before you can run. You got to be able to run before you can sprint. Okay? Sorry for the sports metaphors, but best way I can put it. Okay? So right now, we're going from crawling to walking. Okay? We ain't running yet. But remember, we all got to start somewhere. And remember, how fast you go all depends on you. So remember, you know how you want to play. You know how you want to sound. Some folks want to sound like Andre Segovia or Steve Howe or Robert Fripp or Jimi Hendrix or whoever. As you know, that isn't going to happen overnight. But the more skills that you develop, the more dexterity that you develop, the better your ear for pitch develops. The more you'll be able to play pretty much whatever you want. All right? So, try that one again. feel that in through here. As I recall from when I first started doing these years and years ago, you will feel those in through there. Okay? That's normal. So you're going to feel those. If it starts to hurt, stop. Relax. Loosen it up. If you want to do some stretches beforehand, not a bad idea either. Gus is coming in to check on things. Hello, Gus. How are you, sir? All right. We're going to try a third one, also an F. This time, we're going to take out these two middle ones. So we're just going to go 1, 4. Can I help you, sir? Get down. We'll call that free entertainment. All right? So, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1. And again. Work it up and down. Okay? There's that one. Trying to think of some other phones. Similar to the very first one, but we're going to add in a stretch. We're going to go up to 5. Ta-da! How's that? Because that way you learn to do that little stretch a little bit more. When I had my first stroke last year, Joe Negri got a hold of me. I was, so sorry to hear about the stroke. Blah, blah, blah. I said, thank you. And I asked him if he had any recommendations on finger exercises that I could do to try to get my left hand back to actually working. And Joe, who was 95 at the time, he's 96 now, and can still play better than you, me, and 3 other guys combined. Joe says, yes, actually, I have a perfect one for you. He says, if I go a couple days without playing, like I said, he's in his 90s, the hands stiffen up. So he does this to loosen up, and he suggested that I alternate a little bit to try to get the brain going. And wow, it worked. So we're going to alternate every 2 strings. We're going to start out up here on this F. We're going to go 1, 3. On the B string, we're going to go 2, 4. Then 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4. All right? So we're going to go. Let me try that again. I said it's been a month since I've really played. So. I would say practice it just in the first position for a little bit till you get the hang of it, then start working your way up and down the neck. The other thing that I like to do with this, just because trying to keep my brain functioning, is I will alternate it like this. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Or down, up, down, up, down. Just different ways to try it. Okay? Here comes a kind of tricky one. I normally don't ever play this in F. Just force a habit. I always either play it A up to C and back, but for sake of this, we will do it in F because, like I said, that's going to help with the stretch as well as the dexterity and the strength. Again, this finger's on this fret, this finger only plays this fret, this finger only plays this fret. this finger only plays this fret. This is a tricky one. So we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 4. Let me try that. We'll call that the advanced one. Now, as the other ones start building up your hands and you work your way up to that one, because don't start that one right off the bat. Come back to this one after a while. All right? And when you're ready for it, it's still going to be a little bit of a challenge, but it'll be a lot easier. You'll probably play it more smoothly than I did. And 30 years ago when I was gigging all the time, I mean, I was 4 or 5 nights a week, every week. I had a gig. Throw in session work that I was doing. I had to play a lot of different styles, a lot of different genres. Sometimes I'm playing rhythm, sometimes I was playing lead. Once in a while I'd be playing bass. And so I had to keep my hands at the top of their game. So that one, I would do that up and down the neck, and I was able to do it really, really fast. A hell of a lot faster than I can do it now. All right. You know, there's those ones. And here's, we'll call this a bonus one. All right. Same as this one, but we're going to start on the 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. See? That'll give you some muscle memory for doing arpeggios. That's really the best way I can put that. Now see, I just screwed it up. So we will call that the basics of finger exercises. I have other ones I can show you. I mean, one that I did for years was the Popeye theme. And once you get used to those ones, if you want me to show you that one, I'll show you that one. I have Zoom set up on my laptop now, so if you ever want to do it over Zoom, and that way I can walk you through things, boom, we can do that just as well. Be easy peasy. But yeah, we will call that the basics of finger exercises. Remember, those are to keep things working as well as possible. Now, I'm going to put the pick down. If you want to do it with your fingers instead of a pick, that's great. What I would suggest would be alternate. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. With thumb, forefinger, whatever fingers you want to use. But I would do it like a... kind of like that. If you want to use more fingers, let me try that. Yeah, see, I wouldn't normally do it that way. So yeah, I mean, you can add in whatever fingers you want, or you can use a pick, you can use a thumb pick, try it with your nose, I don't know. You do whatever's going to work for you, okay? But we will call that Intro to Finger Exercises. And those are not the only ones in the world. Look online, I'm sure you can find 100 of them, all right? You can also do 6-string scales, 6-string modes. I don't think that you really need those. unless you really want to start studying theory. And theory doesn't hurt. It's never hurt anyone. But what theory will do is it will give you the ability to communicate with another musician, and it will give you a better understanding of what you're playing. It's like if I tell you play a G minor 7th, but the only G minor 7th you know is up here, or like this, or like this. Oh, that's a tough one. You know, those are all G minor 7ths. But if you don't know what makes it a minor or a 7th, I might as well be speaking to you in Bulgarian. All right? So, for now, work on the finger exercises. I'm going to do a video for you here in just a minute on modes. And I will explain what those are and why you might want to use them. All right? So, go practice your finger exercises. Come back in a while for part 2. Okay? Awesome.